Hey everyone, Maestro here. I am the football enthusiast. Hope you're all having a great day. Alright, so let's get started. In today's video, I'm going to be going through Arsenal's transfer activity and give my thoughts on that activity. If I think they're making the right choice, bad choice, and what I think about each and every link. If I think it will happen, and if it does happen, how will that player fit in? And this is a series I'm going to start where not just Arsenal, but I'll be going through many teams. I'm starting with Arsenal because if you don't know, I am an Arsenal man. I am an Arsenal fan, have been my whole life, and I think it's just only fitting that we start here. So let's get started. Now, this is where I want to start. Kai Havertz. It really sucker punched a lot of Arsenal fans. We did not see this coming. It's a very weird one. Why is it weird? Well, Havertz, in my opinion, and in the opinion of many Chelsea fans, is not a good player. I mean, look, maybe he can be classified as good, but ultimately, what we can't deny, from when he joined Chelsea, he has not lived up to the hype. When he joined, I remember heavy interest before he joined from Bayern Munich and Barcelona. He was a prodigy in the game. He costed around 80 to 100 mil, I believe, around that area. And there was a lot of hype around him, and simply put, he has not lived up to that hype. He's had moments, specifically that final in the Champions League, but that's where it starts and ends. Moments. And moments aren't enough. And yeah, like, this has got us all scratching our heads. All Arsenal fans are wondering how he will fit. Now, the issue is, because my first thoughts, because I heard about the price tag, about Chelsea wanting around 70 mil. And I'm thinking to myself, 70 mil is a starting player. So does Arteta want him to start? Because there's no way he's spending 70 mil on a player that's on the bench. But with recent reports, that is exactly what's going on here. It seems like Arteta's plan is to put Havertz on the bench to come on for Jesus and also fill in for Jesus for when he's injured. That is apparently, with recent reports from very reliable sources, what Arteta wants to do with Havertz. And that is also a head scratcher, because north of 60 mil is what we're looking at here. North of 60 mil. 60 plus mil for a bench player? I mean, look, City have a lot of bench players worth 60 plus mil, but that's about it. Arsenal don't have crazy money. We have money, not crazy money. Not City money, not Chelsea money. So 60 mil for a bench player is a weird one. Let's talk about where I think he could work. Well, the reports pretty much put the nail on the head. Arteta put the nail on the head. I think he could work as a bench player for Jesus. He is a very similar player, centre forward. He's played that role for Chelsea. Not particularly well, but you know, there are many factors that go into why a player plays good or plays bad. Sorry about that background noise you might have heard. There are many factors that go into a player playing good. Sometimes a new coach will do wonders. Sometimes a new environment will do wonders. New fans, new beginnings will do wonders for a player. You know, and that is what this will be. It is London still, but it's a new beginning, a new time, a new era for Havertz with a new coach. A coach that has already, in his short tenure, a great track record of developing young players. And he could do the same for Havertz. Havertz isn't, I don't know how old he is. In fact, let's search this up right now. How old is Havertz? Not Havertz, Havertz. I can't type today. Kai Havertz is 24. He is a young lad. That's a young footballer. So I could see this working if he is revitalized, because let's not forget, there is still that talent within him. You know, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Chelsea, they weren't stupid to see a prodigy within him. There is something there. We haven't seen it at Chelsea, and that is a huge worry. And don't get me wrong, I am very concerned about this transfer, and I have to say, I don't think he will do well for us. Just, if I gun to my head, if I have to say, do I think he'll do well or not? I'd say not. But I will continue to trust Arteta. He has a great eye for talent, and if he sees this possible transfer working out, if he sees Havertz taking a next step in his career and exceeding what he was at Chelsea, fine. I'm good with it. Bring him in as a bench player, that's fine. The price tag is, I think, still an issue. I just hope, my concern with the price tag is that if it stops us from getting, where is he? This man right here, Declan Rice. That's my concern, because for me, he is the priority. And as I'm sure you're all aware of, he is also who we are heavy linked with in the summer. He's kind of the big money transfer for us this summer. We've been linked to him for some time, and it's kind of, the whole deal's kind of gone stagnant. There are certain concerns. Number one, it's been a while, because we put in a £80 million bid that was rejected, and it's been a while since we've put in any other bid. And also, we've also heard about the fact that City, if Gundogan does leave, City may be interested in Rice. That is also an issue. But the reason why this supposed transfer has kind of gone stale, Charles Watts is a very reliable Arsenal journalist. He's pretty much always right when it comes to Arsenal. He's explaining that Arsenal, the reason why it's been delayed is because Arsenal want to put in a second bid that won't get rejected. They want to make sure exactly what it is that West Ham want so that they don't get any rejection. Just to clarify, what price tag are West Ham looking for, and to then fulfill that price tag or maybe negotiate it down. That's essentially what Arsenal are looking for, and that's why there's been a current delay on this transfer. Now, my thoughts on the transfer, I love it. I really do. I think Declan Rice is a fantastic footballer. He fits in Arsenal are a young, developing team with a bunch of players getting better and better, and a manager getting better and better, with a great Arteta is very great, like I said before, in developing young talent. Rice, like Havertz, is a young talent. Not extremely young, but he's around 24 years old, 23 years old. That is young. He's a young lad. He can do wonders at Arsenal, and I think he could take that next step at Arsenal. We all know, with all due respect, he is far too good for fighting relegation, for winning the Conference League or whatever that is. He is better than that, and he could take that next step with Arsenal and help Arsenal take their next step to achieving, Premiership, Champions League, or whatever that we want to achieve. So I love this transfer, and I want it to go down. And in terms of the price, what do I think is a fair price? It's hard to say. In today's market, is he worth 100 million? In today's market, maybe not. I'd say in the way today's market is, he's probably worth 80 million. Because here's the thing you need to understand. Rice and his footballing ability alone is not 100 million. Just his ability alone is not 100 million. But that, combined with his young age, he is 100 million. You see, Mudryk went for 100 million, not because of how good he was. Trossard was 30 million. And Trossard, at the time when Arsenal bought Trossard and Chelsea bought Mudryk, of course Trossard at that time was better. He was far more experienced, far more pedigree, he's proved himself already in the Premiership. Of course, at that time, he was a better player than Mudryk. But the reason why Mudryk went for 70 million more is because of his age. He is younger and has far more room to grow. And the same goes for Rice. In his footballing ability alone, he is not 100 mil. But that, combined with his age and the hope that he will continue to improve and grow into that 100 million player, hopefully. So with that, he is 100 million pounds. He is. And do I think we'll get him? I surely hope so, and I think we will, but I'm not 100% confident. I'm just very worried about City. Because if Gundogan leaves, I think City will go all in on Rice. And if they go all in on Rice, we cannot compete with their money. Just simply put, Arsenal cannot compete with City's money. We were in for Caicedo, but then Chelsea told Brighton, whatever Arsenal offer you, we will offer you more. And then Arsenal just bowed out. We cannot compete with Chelsea, City, United, and their money. It's just not possible. So I do think we will get this done, but I am very concerned as well. Moving on. Youngster, defensive midfielder from Southampton, 19 years old, another youngster, Romeo Lavia from Southampton. So we are linked with him. Chelsea are also very interested in him, which is an issue because last time Arsenal and Chelsea were interested in the player, which is Caicedo and Mudryk. Chelsea won because of their money, and we are currently in the same situation. I like him. I don't know much about him. I know he's a good dribbler. I know he likes a shot from range, but that's about it. But the The reason why I like him is not because of that, it's because Arteta likes him. Like I said before, I trust him wholeheartedly. He has a good eye for talent. And if he sees talent in Lavia, then I want him to. I won't spend a lot of time on this because it's just a small link, but I like this and I want him. Especially if this man leaves. Partey could be leaving. It's a weird one, but it seems Saudi are just really getting people interested in them. The money does speak volumes, and it seems like Arsenal themselves could be okay with parting ways with him because of Rice and Lavia and maybe other additions. It seems we could be fine with moving on from Partey. So it's I don't think it will happen. I think Partey will stay, but it is something to keep an eye on. One more thing. Now, what else have I missed? Yeah, okay, so the last final thing is about Folarin Balogun. So Balogun, if you don't know, was on loan. He was on loan at, I believe, Reims, some French club. I don't know the name, sorry. And he scored 19 goals. He had a great season. He then scored a winning goal for the US national team and winning the Nations League for the US, the American version of the Nations League. And we're currently left with this pickle right here. What do you want to do? Nketiah or Balogun? You keep one, you sell one. Because Balogun has made it clear he does not want to go out on loan. I think we either keep him and play him off the bench or whatever, or sell him. That's an issue. That's an issue for us. Because, look, here's what I would do. I would sell Nketiah and keep Balogun. Here's why. We have seen Nketiah's ceiling. We know how good he is, like what his best is, and his best is not good enough. Balogun, there is still mystery there. He could be the striker that we've always wanted. Jesus is fine, but to catch, look, Jesus is fine to get top 4. To catch City, we need something more than Jesus, I believe. That's what I think. And Balogun, maybe he has that potential within him, that he could develop into that player to catch the likes of City. Yes, it's very unlikely. Yes, I know I'm kind of romanticizing the whole situation and I'm being way over the top. I know. I'm just speaking about what ifs. I just feel like with Nketiah, there's no chance of achieving that level. But Balogun, there could be, because there's still mystery surrounding him. So that's the last bit of activity that Arsenal currently are dealing with. What to do with Balogun? I believe Nketiah is linked with Brentford. I think it's, yeah, because Tony, it makes sense. Tony's been suspended, so they need a striker, and Nketiah could fit in. But yeah, look, that is kind of the sum of our entire activity within the market. Now, how do I feel about it in general? I'm happy, because it's still early days. There is certain other things that I do want to improve on. I do want a backup centre back. I cannot go into another season with Rob Holding as your backup centre back. I know Kiwior is there, but what if Gabriel and Saliba get injured? We're screwed. I want a backup centre back. That's another thing. Anything else? Yeah, I guess a backup right wing. We have Reece Nelson, but look, we won't buy a backup right wing because we just gave Reece Nelson a contract extension, which, by the way, I will say I don't agree with that. I do trust Arteta, but just in my personal opinion, I don't think we should have given Nelson an extension, but it is what it is. If we hadn't have given him an extension, I would have asked for a backup right wing, but that's too late now. It seems he won't be getting that for Saka to rest. Nelson will be the guy to come on for Saka, it seems. So that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on the activity of Arsenal. I will move on to other teams, hopefully in the coming days. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys think down below about our activity, about Rice, Havertz, about Balogun, about Lavia, and about maybe other possible transfers. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and as always, take care of yourselves.